Hey guys, Richard here for Beyond College Success, and today I want to articulate clearly the ultimate vision that I have for you and I on this YouTube channel moving forward. So when I started this YouTube channel earlier on, maybe a couple of months ago, I really articulated what it is that we are trying to achieve. And what we are trying to achieve here in a very superficial level is try to give you a unique college experience that's unique to you. Now, lately I've kind of been thinking there has to be more to it, and especially now that I've graduated or looking to graduate, I think there's more and a layer that needs to be added on top of what I said earlier on. But nevertheless, I think the idea of having a unique college experience is also very fundamental towards achieving what I think is very lofty, and I'm going to explain that with an illustration. So why are we even talking about this unique college experience and what basis does it serve, right? And I think we're not just trying to create a college experience that, doesn't really fly after you graduate. And I think this is really where I need you to buy into this idea, right? And I think this idea is really kind of what can drive your life for the next 60 or 70 years, for how long, for whatever length of time you get to live on this planet. So how do I kind of give you this idea? I'm going to explain this idea using an example. So if you've ever flown with an airline and say you're flying, sorry, you're moving up to the airplane, what you notice if you look into the pilot area is that you see a lot of knobs, a lot of sliders, a lot of buttons that the pilot itself is in control of. And the pilot knows honestly what's going on with each button and knows exactly what the function of each button, slider, and knobs, what they serve to bring you from point A to point B. So the pilot is really in tune with what's going on, right? And what do you think will happen if the pilot isn't in tune with what is in front of him? Don't you think that's going to lead to a crash? Well, of course, that's going to lead to a crash. So how does this have to do with anything we are talking about? So as a human being, you are very complex, right? And that means, for example, your relationship is very complex part. Your psychology as a human being, that's very complex. Your marriages or the marriage you will have in the future, those going to be complex as well. So life isn't very straightforward, right? You could admit that. I think if you've been around for a very long time, you will admit this for yourself. But I think also it's about we could liken you to that pilot who knows every aspect of his life. So right now you're a very complex human being, and the chances are if you are in your mid 20s or you're just starting off your life, you probably don't know this little complexity and all these little things that comprises you. So the way we can really understand your complexity as a human being is if we look at the individual cells that make you up. For example, your skin is made up of a lot of trillions and trillions of cells. So that's just the human genetic makeup, not to mention your brain and all these aspects that just make who you are. So nevertheless, though, I think the point I'm trying to get across here is that you as a human being, you and you as a person, whatever individual you have control, and you are the pilot, and you are in control of where you want to bring your life to, right? So from point A to point B, you are in control, and to some degree you really want to know exactly what you're doing with your life. And this is what they call self-mastery. Self-mastery is really, in order for you to create a long-lasting success, I don't mean just shallow success like earning $1 million by playing the lottery. Those are really shallow success for me, at least anyway. But I think really although that would be nice, sorry, should I say, but I think although those would be nice, we really want to build you from the ground up, right? And having you as the pilot of your life is like understanding every aspect of your life. For example, your relationship, how to have a solid, nice relationship, how to raise a loving, caring family, how to be engaging, how to be charismatic, how to have fulfillment in your life. I think having all this down, how to have your health in place, have your inner psychology and all those limiting beliefs that you have in your mind, having all those in place, I think that's really kind of you understanding a little bit or understanding every aspect of your life. And really, when you have all this down, man, your life is going to be blissful. Honestly, I don't see anything in life that you could be achieving other than having mastery over all these aspects of your life. I mean, that's really kind of the ultimate vision. And I think, yes, it is challenging to create that vision, but I think the beauty of that is that you have a lofty idea and that you are moving towards it. And that in itself is very encouraging, it's very empowering, and that you want to be moving towards something in your life. So liking yourself to a pilot, essentially, that's what I'm saying here, that you need to know the control and you need to know exactly where you're bringing your life to. The way I always like to see it is that if you imagine yourself, say you're a typical young guy just going into college, then you're probably just starting off your plane at the wrong way. For other people, they've probably, they took off and they are in the air, pretty much soaring, as it may seem. But I think if you're a young person, what I really, 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 really want for you is that I want to give you all the information. And the way I intend to do that is by reading, by going out there and exploring and sharing some of the information that I find or that I found to work effectively for me and what I think will work effectively for you. So I'm going as far as that to bring all this content to you so that you can start really understanding a little bit about yourself. So if this idea is really out there and it's available for every human being out there in society, why are we not really going after this? First of all, I would say that society really doesn't tell you some of this stuff that I'm sharing here. And I think really I've had to go on a journey to actually discover this for myself. And for me, I want to be living a passionate life every single day of my life when I wake up. At least I've lived a life where I was a mediocre for a very long time and I didn't really care about anything. But I think right now the story is different and the feeling that I'm getting is a little bit different. And I want to articulate that for you. And I want your life to be about that. Anyways, going back to the reasons why I think most people are not really going after it is because, I mean, society is all about following the herd, right? Being a mediocre and honestly just conforming to what everyone else is doing. I mean, who in society tells you how to get your relationship handled? Who in society, of course, they do tell you, but I mean, effectively, who in society tells you how to have a good marriage? I mean, half of the world are divorced at the moment. So, I mean, nobody tells you about all this stuff, right? And especially as a young person, we kind of forget about stuff like this and just kind of aiming for all these things in place in our lives, whereas we forget all the many parts to our lives that really comprise a very healthy and sustained and enjoyable life. So part of the situation is that, and really what I want for myself is to really write the manual of my life, right? I think if I'm a pilot who really understands myself, then I'm slowly, as I move through life, I'm writing a manual of my life. And I want you to write the manual of your life too. I think in society right now, it's very easy to take the manual of your father, or take the manual of your mother, or take the manual of society, and take the manual, or take the manual of your friends, and try to live your life by that, always chasing after the same things your friends are chasing. But for me, I think that is very shallow. And it doesn't really lead to a long lasting success. And this is really why I don't buy into the idea. For me, I want to write my own manual and really fly my plane the way I want to fly it and really live the exceptional life that I want to live. And pretty much to leave a legacy, or forget about the legacy in itself, but pretty much to live a life that I'm absolutely proud of, absolutely in tune with, and absolutely willing to wake up to every single morning. So for me, I do not claim that I have some of the solutions right now, but I think I've seen or I've tasted some of what is actually possible for me. And I want that to be a real driver for my life. And I want that to be part of my life. And I want to be feeling those emotions every single day. So that's what I mean by this ultimate vision. It's a very lofty vision, and it takes maybe a decade or even more to actually get to. But I think it's actually worth pursuing. I mean, what else would you be pursuing in life if you're not pursuing the best version of yourself? And I think that's really what I want to spell out here. And honestly, the initial purpose that I said in my earlier video is really to start working on the basis. So giving you a unique college experience is kind of giving you the basis. Really start understanding yourself, why you are at a very young age, and then start piecing together the puzzle, right? Piecing together all the pieces and all the components. For example, mastering your health. I spoke about that earlier on. Understanding your own psychology, understanding your own creativity, understanding your own intellectual ability, how you can really start summing all of them up to give you a very massive, or at least an individual who's just starting off life, but at the same time, internally, that person is very grounded. That person knows his purpose. That person has gone the extra journey of finding out his passion. So that person has gone the extra mile of and discovering who they are, their authentic self, and being true to that and living up to those values. So I want that for you when you're starting off college, and then you move that. When you graduate, you have a very, very fundamental place to work off from, and then you can start pursuing some of this higher value, because honestly you need to get the basis down before you can actually go up to the higher lofty ideas. But that's what I think is really worth pursuing here. And the way I see it in society, the way society sell this idea for most young people, and I think it's total BS, to be honest. I think society really sell the fact that when you are in your teenage years, it's okay to be stupid, right? I mean, I did that, whatever. But then there's also this kind of tendency that when you're in your mid 20s, you're also meant to just groove and explore, right, life and all that. Yes, I believe in that also. But I also think there's also a fundamental piece that is missing. Yes, these people are encouraging you to explore life, but also they're not giving you the tools and the information on how to explore life, right? They're not really giving you the inspiration actually to go on and write your own manual and really make something unique out of your life. They're simply just telling you to go out there and chase this stuff. And I think this is why this channel is a little bit different. Here I'm committed to bringing you excellent information. I hope that will help you start putting some of this reasoning behind you and really start assisting you in taking some of this journey yourself, so that you can honestly create that life that you want. And I think for me, instead of me going with society's standards, I really want to create a standard for myself. I really want to create and I want to reach those lofty ideas in my life. And I think for me, that's essentially what life is all about, and reaching out to those higher values and to give back in return. So for me, that's really honestly what I see. I do not see anything else other than this. And I think the excitement that if you are on this journey and you are on board with what we are trying to do here, I'm telling you, you're going to be excited about this. I mean, it's so, 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 so cool what we as human beings can honestly achieve, and some of the emotions and some of the fulfillments that we get. And also, I want to really spell this out here, that at Beyond College Success, we're not just interested in giving you success, right, per se. We are interested in you living an extraordinary life. And I think this is really what I want to say here, and I am strongly emphasizing on it, that I'm not really here to give you success. In fact, I can't give you success, but I think really here we want fulfillment from life. We want excitement from life. We also want tranquility. Also, we want peace of mind, and we want all the things that we can get in life. We really want to take everything on and take as much as we can. I think that's it. That's the vision I want for you. Pretty much giving you the power to be in control of your own aircraft and being able to fly your own aircraft on your own independently, without millions of voices really telling you what you should do about your life and what you should do. We want to instill in you that inner voice so that you can make that decision. And the way we're going to do it is by allowing you or helping you or assisting you turn inward. Because honestly, right now I've turned inward towards myself, and some of the things I'm discovering about myself is something I would never discover if I always look out inward. You want to make that part of you. All right, that's it I have to say in this video. Make sure you leave your comments and subscribe and share this with a friend. Thank you for listening. Bye.